Well, welcome. I'm going to just move a couple of things around here on my screen. Welcome, everybody. Today, I wanted to focus on what it's like to be in flow and the whole aspect of attention is it's a great way to create flow. And when things are flowing, it's, things can move through, something might happen, but if it flows on through, then you get to return to a state of circulation where things are moving. And we know that when things are moving, we have the best opportunity to experience presence. And part of what we do here is to move from fear to love through presence. And presence, I use as a verb. Presence is an experience rather than a state that you get to. Because a lot of people say, well, I just want to get present and then I want to stay present. And I don't think we can ever get present because things are in flow. So, presencing, I like to use presencing as a verb because I can always presence. So, I'd like you to take a moment and just try on presencing in yourself as a verb. So, what would it be like to presence yourself fully right now? What do you do in yourself to presence? And you might contrast that for a moment to get present. So, all of the things that you've tried to get present, go ahead and try those out and exaggerate. Like a lot of times when people get present, they think they have to get really still and, eyes closed and sort of hunkered down. That's getting present. So, shake that one off because that's getting into a certain posture. But what if presencing were letting yourself come into the same space with over and over again? So it's an aspect of loop of awareness that I'd like you to just experiment with me today. So, a body sensation, what would it be like to presence a body sensation right now? First of all, you'd have to find a presence and find a body sensation. So, how would you do that? What's a body sensation? Because I've worked with lots of people who weren't aware of having body sensations. So that's a great way of opening to flow is presencing a body sensation. So when I go to do that, I find myself going into a little bit of a mini wiggle because that opens, it kind of jiggle wiggles the body sensation. I'm going, I feel you, there you are, I'm with you. And then let yourself presence your breath. And how would you do that? So notice you're listening to me. So some of your attention is coming outside of you. And then I'm inviting you to bring your attention back. So we are doing loop of awareness. So you hear me, and then I'm asking you to turn that attention toward yourself. And then you hear me again. So you already are experiencing that flow of attention. So notice how can you make it easier for you to take in listening, taking in what I'm saying to you, and then presencing, like, how about presencing another body sensation? And as you presence it, what I find if I presence a body sensation, it almost always shifts. It'll go somewhere, something else will light up, something else goes, hey, what about me? So let your attention flow from that body sensation to what comes up. And when you let your presence flow in you, Notice if that just simply opens up some more internal space. And how your body wants to respond, because we have a whole division of head body and body body. So the head body thinks that presencing is being still, which is really a form of freeze, which is a fear response. So that's why I like to add in a little bit of wiggling. And then as you're hearing me, I'd like you to notice, what else do you hear? So letting your attention be moving around you, noticing what else is in your auditory field. And I noticed that that opens a certain kind of presence around me. So we're also opening up more space for us to enjoy the actual experience of presence. Presencing to me is very delicious. I feel a kind of inner flow. I'm letting my fingers kind of do what it feels like inside. Let your attention go inside you now to a place where you're not experiencing very much space. It could be a place that feels more flat or more tight or condensed. And notice what happens to your attention as you presence a place that doesn't have as much space. So sometimes I used to kind of come after myself. I go, aha, aha, I found the place where you're not moving. And I'd be kind of judgmental and kind of poke at myself, come on, get moving. Or, oh, I'd have a kind of, oh, poor you. And it sort of pet myself inside. And what if instead of doing those, you turned your attention to some place inside where you're experiencing lots of flow? It could be even in a little space. So you could be experiencing flow through your throat, or you could be experiencing flow through your breath. And presence that flow and then let it circulate through the place that doesn't feel as spacious or feels more dense. So you're letting a little river of awareness include both the place that's stuck and the place that feels more flow. And notice how your body can assist you in presencing that. Just notice how your body wants to move, breathe. There may even be sound that wants to come. And since you're muted, you can make all the sound that you want to. You can make the sound of the place that feels stuck, like, and the sound of the place where you're feeling flow, and let those blend together. You could have an flow kind of, yeah, beautiful. And notice how all of that can blend together, because when you make sound, then your body may want to move in some different ways. And then that opens up some more space for you to presence inside. Beautiful. And then let yourself keep that going while you turn your attention now outside. Now, notice you're still hearing my voice, so give yourself a lot of appreciation that you're already looping. You're hearing my voice, and I'd also like you to notice visually where around you do you notice space or an opening or something that draws your attention with its in breath. So, like over here in this part of my room, I have this orchid that someone gave me that is just this riot of beautiful colors that when I look at it creates space in me. So notice that you can look for and listen for space out there, and then bring that space on in to any place in you that you would like to be presencing more space. Beautiful. And then the space that you're feeling inside, let that be the way that you notice outside of you. Bring that wash of space, like that wave, that lovely wave of space. And let that be showing you where you want your attention to go next. Hmm. And then simply let yourself be tossing. You can do that with your breath, you can do that with your attention. So, noticing space out here, noticing space in here. And then let yourself be noticing the flow of any feeling. Emotions are really body sensations that move together. So, feelings are really nothing more than a bunch of body sensations. So, as you're giving attention to your internal sensations, let your body assist you in presencing just by organizing yourself to be available. And then notice if there's anything familiar about those feelings that are flowing inside. Like I notice there's a certain, I can feel a softness around my eyes, which I associate with feeling just a little bit of sadness. And so I'm going to let just presence that sadness and notice, hmm, yes, I can feel that now moving. It's kind of like a spritzer. I can notice it moving through my body. So I'm just letting that flow and presencing it. So notice in your body what assists you to be open. And notice the parts in you that feel a little closed, like I'm not sure, I don't know if I want to. And let yourself do some love scoops, especially to the places that are going, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about this whole thing. Or there may be feelings that are flowing in you today, and you may not even know why, but you may be feeling sadness or anger or fear. All of those can be moving through you, and in fact, are moving through you all the time in the flow, because that's what's happening in you is the flow. And that's what I want to really favor. Imagine that you have all this lovely swirling flow that you are in the middle of, and it's all swirling around you. I was just seeing a picture on the internet of people who had put the little beads that you put inside a one of those places where you can jump up and down. They have all these beads in it. They put them in their bathtub for their cats, so their cats could jump in and then emerge. So imagine if you had little love beads or love bubbles, or you're in a love jacuzzi and you can scoop up that love and especially give it to the tender places in you, places that are feeling more maybe a little gritchy or flat or stuck, and feel how you would like to receive that. Is it more love drops or is it love spritzer? Or is it big love splash? So make sure you reach out and you get the love and then you give it to yourself. I'm going to give some more to my back because my back has been backing me up for all this time. And I basically just scrub it in the morning and then I expect it to just back me up. So all of those places in you that support you, that help you move, that you don't give attention to, actually give them some love scoops. Ah, mm. And find the love sounds that want to come with that. Beautiful. So, the whole emphasis today is on flow, and that you can, with your attention, increase flow. So, for those of you who are here for Love Scoops, we're going to shift now to applying this to how we can take this into the week with one of our integrity cards.